Hello and welcome to the August 2025 edition of Easy Talks. I am the E in Easy, Erika Lynn, and this is my SS.
The Z from Zendalannette from Florida again.
From Florida. Hey, that's super exciting. So, one thing, I feel like we talk about this every month, but um, maybe it's just like a behind the scenes thing, but I'm like, I am so proud of us because we be showing up. Like SS is all the way in Florida. Um, I'm not gonna say why. I'm gonna allow her to share that if that's what she feel comfortable doing. But in the midst of real life lifing, I'm here still in Kalamazoo, but I have my monitor here watching my baby, which you can't really see, but he's on there moving around and shuffling in his little swaddle because my baby boy is officially here now and is not even quite 2 weeks old yet. But I'm like, we here live Saturday morning coffee or matcha smoothie time. Yep, we got it. Cheers. Yes.
Is yours green too?
It is green. Hello, hi.
Sure, bro.
Hey, yes. Um, yeah, trying to get my greens in because again, we get to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And so regardless of if life is lifing or if we just had a baby, or both are happening at the same time, we still get to intentionally take care of ourselves. And part of us taking care of ourselves is having this monthly easy time. So, um, yeah, we are being super mindful of our time as, both again, my SS and I have real life going on in the background. And yet this is a staple for our, at least once a month, that we get to come here and share this space. So SS, we're going to kick it off to you. How is life? What's going on? What do you want to share about your August?
Oh my, I can't believe we're almost through August. First of all, when you say August, easy talks, I'm like, oh my God, we're already in August, at the end of August. August has put me in a space of immense gratitude for life, an immense gratitude for health, an immense gratitude for family, um, immense gratitude for, despite how life is lifing, still choosing to put me first with health, right? Mind, body, spirit, wellness, and well-being, like full throttle as a way to not survive, but literally to thrive, daily choosing to thrive. So I'm immensely grateful for the tools and modalities. As I shared in my blog post, I believe last month, my pops experienced a massive stroke. And when I say immense gratitude because I'm here in Florida, so I can kind of help care for pops. And so my mom and I can navigate what treatment looks like and all of that. And when you talk about gratitude and the intensity and the impact of someone having a massive stroke and to see where he is now, he couldn't move his entire left side. Yesterday during PT, literally he's moving his left side, not just ghost spasms, but literally with the PT. And this doctor was amazing. He's like, okay, now lift. And Pop's literally moving and seeing that muscle, that brain connectivity to the limbs, words, and then his speech and his memory. I mean, he's considering what he went through and how he's working. And then just grateful to be able to have a boss who, because this is a busy time for us, it's technically blackout where we're supposed to be there, but having the flexibility, the grace for my boss to still be able to do what I do and still be here for my family, because at the end of the day, family is priority. And you can have a strain where your boss is like, well, I don't care, this is these are the rules. So August brings me to a space of immense gratitude despite all of the things that are going on in my life. To just be grateful and still wake up every day to choose the positivity and to not let what's going on weigh me down. And in my mind, and what I've said to myself, even as to myself as I've been here, what my sister says, what you say all the time, it's not what's happening. It's not, don't get caught up in what's happening like to me, get caught up in what's happening for me. So what's happening for my family. And yes, this has been massive, but just the beauty, the connectivity in that appreciation and push towards like really knowing like God is in control of everything. And when you trust, he'll work it out in that positivity and mindset, how you can use that to navigate daily and to say, yeah, well, this happened, but look what is happening in spite of, look what has happening, even though that happened, look what's coming and look at building back better. That's what I keep telling my pops. So we talked about yesterday, like, what are your goals? And we talked about how I used to walk like 5 miles a day and run, and he was like, I want to get back to walking again like that. He was like, that was the problem in my health. He was like, even run. And I'm like, okay, running is a lot. But if that's the goal, let it be a goal. But the walking, the being able to get up and go by, to the restroom by himself, and it teaches a great lesson in humility, and grace. And so yeah, August has been full of a lot of emotional ups and downs, especially being an emotional authority anyway. But grateful to have the tools to really be able to hold space for myself and for my loved ones. And then it's a lot of grateful. Hold on, Sarah, one more thing, just grateful for the relationships that I've had, like in my, we talk about in the familial space sometimes those boundaries not being there, right? In relationships, people seeing you as one of my aunt Zelda. And when I tell you just how she is just showing up, just, the checking in. And we had a situation yesterday where I shared something. She was like, well, you need to, and she texted me back and was like, I'm sorry for responding and not just listening. And I was like, yes, it's because I'm like, and it didn't bother me because I know I was in love. And she was like, I'm here for you. I'm like, I know you are. But that knowingness and that humility and grace and respecting of boundaries in each other, just that demonstration of our relationship and the evolution of it. I just thought that was pretty powerful too, because she's deep in the wellness space. She's journaling and she's just really in tune with the importance of people respecting boundaries and you having your own and the growth and evolution, even though, yep, I'm a niece, but I'm a human, I'm a woman, and just the relationship that we've had. So to see that relationship blossom, just even through the years, but like in this particular space, and she helps to navigate because she's also a therapist. So she's able to, provide opportunity and to provide feedback when we ask, right? As to how we can navigate because just of the brain activity and how it's different when someone has a stroke. So just be mental for all of that. And of course for you, because even though you've been growing a baby and now you have a baby here, you continue to check in on me. We've continued to navigate this thing, still make space and time for each other and making sure each other that we are each taking care of ourselves and holding each other accountable to that in the most gentle and graceful and intentional and direct ways, as it comes. So that's my August.
That's us. Your August was so full in so many ways. And um, I know that I talk about human design all of the time, but I think when you study something and then you get to see it like unfold in real life, that for me is what gives me everything because there's a lot of stuff you can talk about and you be like, I don't know. But when you read the text, book after book after book, you take the courses, you do the certifications, whatever, and then you have the opportunity to see it unfold. And I feel like that's what I get to do with my SS, is see her human design like literally so beautifully, like just pour out of her. And as her being a 6-2 emotional manifesting generator, it is such a gift, especially that 6-2, that role model, that hermit, like seeing how she goes through so much. And you heard her say, like, the practices, the modalities, and we be on the phone, and I'm like, or normally we FaceTime, but I'm like, what are you doing to take care of you? She's like, last night before I went to bed, I did my Reiki, or this morning when I woke up, I did my Reiki. I did the 2 Reikis. Before I'm going to bed, I'm doing my yoga. I'm doing the 3 pause check-in. Like, and to just see it like, because the way like what is happening in her life, like it could be totally different, And it's not because of how she is intentionally showing up. And I feel like, again, in that role model energy, she's showing a different way to show up when life is full throttle lifing, and choosing with intention. And even too, I know that I do say it, but it's again one thing to say it and one thing to witness it. When life does not happen to us, it happens for us. And the way that we are able to shift and transition, and not like run or hide, but like we're intentionally bobbing and weaving and ebbing and flowing so we can receive that for usness when life is lifing. So it's just so beautiful. I'm about to text my husband real quick, y'all, because my baby is crying. So either I want him to get him or bring him to me. So just give me just a second. Because this is part of the thing too. Part of real life lifing. So okay, I just text him, so we'll see. But yeah, so when I think about my August, clearly it has been full because for part of August I was pregnant, and now for this other part I have a real life baby that I get to hold and be with and share space with. And um one of the things that I was starting to get anxious about as I knew my baby was arriving was what was going to happen to me um when he came, because I am someone, as you know, if you know me, if you've been around, he is baby number 5 for me. And one of the things that I have experienced in my other pregnancies was postpartum depression and anxiety. And so like I talked to my SS about it, I talked to my mom about it. I'm like, look, y'all, like y'all know my story, y'all know my journey, and I have worked really hard to be in this space mentally, because I like to credit it some to my baby, but he is such a gift, and we were so vibing during my pregnancy. Um, and so I'm like, I like my mental health is amazing. Like I am full throttle thriving, even with all the hormones, all the things. And so I was like, when this baby comes, you know what happens? You know, it's like the hormones shoot all over the place, and baby blues and woo woo woo. And I was like, like I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I am so grateful to say, like, I'm still doing really well. And I'm like, what is happening? And so it's so beautiful. Thank you, SS. Like when we have community that remind us, like, boo boo, what happened, real life did happen to you. But I need you to know that you are not the same person that you were today. And it's like I would hear them share that with me. And I'm like, well, you know, I mean, I'm still, I mean, I'm cautious, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I really am seeing the work pay off. Like I'm still good. Like I'm okay. Like, and then not only did I have a baby, but I had an emergency C-section. I had my tubes removed. And they say that that can also like increase the hormonal disbursement, drop, whatever. And I'm like, I'm okay. Like I have cried a couple times, and the tears weren't, I feel like, from hormones. It was just from life unfolding in a way that made me emotional. But I was like I'm navigating, and it's just such a M and effing gift. Like I'm learning how to incorporate like belly breathing, which I love breath work. I don't do like a traditional structured breath work, but I love breath work. And I do it my way, you know, just tuning everything out and feeling into my body or dropping into my body, and you know, just being mindful of what's happening inside of my body and breathing, like feeling the breath enter my body, holding the breath in my body, releasing the breath. And so, you know, with I learned through like the C-section stuff, like you do the belly breathing, and connecting with that space, and dropping into that space. And I'm like, wow, like I haven't really ever done it like this before, but it's a new tool to add to my tool collection. And then at first I was like, well, how am I going to do my morning pages? Because I'm up, every 2 to 3 and sometimes once an hour in the middle of the night nursing my baby. Um, but I'm like, I'm still good. Like, I'm still grateful. I'm still like, I love nursing my baby at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And I mean, sometimes I do get a little like, bro, you just ate. But I'm like, once I'm holding him and I'm just feeling him, and, I just like that skin to skin contact. And, he gives me that mama belch, which I'm like, I don't know how you burping like your mama, like as a newborn, but you real life burp like me. um, but I'm like, just all of it. I'm like, I'm so in love. And I'm so like, the amount of support that I have been shown, like, I've had to work on fully embracing it, because that's how much it's been. And I'm like, I was not ready for people just reaching out, man. Like, can I cook you a meal? Can I bring you some? Can I, we're thinking about you, we're praying about it. And I'm just like, whoa, like, I'm so grateful. And then too, like, as many of I've been navigating so much with my husband, and the way that he has shown up um has truly been a gift and a blessing, to cultivate room and space for me to take care of me and begin my healing process, for me to be able to rest while he is taking care of the house and taking care of the dishes and taking care of dinner and taking care of the kids, and allowing me to be upstairs, like I said, just resting and relaxing and being with the baby. And you know um just all of the things. Like, this has truly been a not me thing, but a community thing. And with my SS and Queen Nairi, and I'm like, I literally feel their prayers. I literally feel them holding me, like, not physically, but like energetically, emotionally, mentally, like holistically, just holding me up. And it's like, it's the combination of all of the things that have allowed me to really just get into this space that I'm in. And I'm like, my mind is just, like I said, blown, like blown. Like, look, y'all, my job went grocery shopping for my whole house and dropped it off. The F, like, where what the F? I'm still like, did this really like, right? We have a big family, and like, y'all just did that? Like, nothing. It, like, gave her the list. She came by, dropped it off. What? Like, y'all, and it's the little things, because yes, I mean, we have the resources, whatever, but my husband is like going to Meyer every day, picking up this and picking up that and doing this and doing that and running here and running there and just all of the things. And to be able to give him a break too. So you don't got to go to Meyer. You don't got to do no full throttle. I don't have to go to Meyer, because I'm like, I don't like, whoo, that's going to be a lot when I've been, in this healing. But I'm like, it's just such a whole gift. So I am just so grateful. I'm grateful for the people. And I just brought back Talk About It Thursday a couple days ago on Thursday. Hey. Um and one of the things that I talked about is, like, when you start doing your internal work, your external reality begins to shift. And this for me is, again, it's that proof, because again, you can read it, you can hear it, you can whatever, but like, I am real life experiencing it. And again, it's not like, oh, I did this, and so 24 hours later, this magically appeared. No, it's like the years, the months, the weeks, the days of all of the work and all of the practices and all of the utilization of the tool collection and all of the modalities and all of the everything, like, it's blooming right before my very eyes in August. Like, and two, like, bruh, next month we're gonna be talking about harvest season, okay? Because we're gonna be entering into fall. And I feel like I just like, this is full throttle harvest. And like, with my business, I've been able to start going to the the classes that are available in the weeks. Like by the end of the year, yeah, I'm gonna have all 6 of my certifications. And I'm like, I like it's just helped me, like realign. Like, thank you, SS. Like, what are you doing, baby girl? Like we about to do it. Like we about to get it. Like stop sleeping on yourself. It's time for you to be a vessel. It's time for you to share your gifts, your offerings, and work with people and like believe in yourself and get it. So that's where I'm at. But I'm so grateful for my here and now. And it's still not like picture perfect, but y'all, like it is, if it's not a lesson learned, it's a golden nugget, it's a blessing. So I'm winning all the time, regardless, even if it puts me on that emotional wave a little bit. There's blessings in the emotional wave. There's blessings in the storm, because all these storms are like it's almost like the tide is just swooping up, and I'm rising. Like I'm knowing who I am more. I'm valuing myself more. Like I'm solidifying my worth and knowing who the F I really am and who I was divinely created to be. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's beautiful. It really is. And as we center, I'm going to say, take my sister's line, because you so eloquently wrapped us on up. What I'm hearing, what I'm feeling, and what I know to be true is that this month's Easy Talk is really to reinforce the importance of making space to have gratitude, acknowledging what is around you, how things are flowing, and that song from you, Nairi, and everything is already all right. And if we walk daily, knowing that, trusting that, believing that, and standing firm in who we are, who we were created to be, and who is divinely holding us, being grateful for community and expressing that gratitude to community, everything literally is all right, because we were created for these storms. It's about how we withhold, how we withstand, how we can navigate and sustain. I can't even find all the right words. Look, I'm still waking up. But this August is about that. Remembering, being grateful, and knowing we're worthy of what we're receiving. Because what we give out is what we give back, which is why it's so important to be positive. And when I heard you speaking to it's that abundance plan in action. It's working. All of the seeds that you plant, all of the way you touch people. Look, it's happening. And despite like what we're going through, the way people are showing up from my mom and my pops, sending this, calling that, the prayers. Gratitude. August is about gratitude. And it's interesting because as we get ready to go into a harvest season, what is the greatest abundance tool? Gratitude.
Hello.
Right? And not because you owe, but just the simple thing of saying, gosh, I'm grateful. Thank you. And saying what you're grateful for. So yeah, so this month's Easy Talk, because we both have to be intentional about our time this morning. You okay if I leave us with a prompt, or you want to say something else before we go?
Just before you go, I just want to touch on what you said, because it is all of that. And it is what you said about having that trust and that faith in that higher power. So, we call it God, Doug's, divine source, whatever, but that trust and that faith, knowing that that something bigger and greater has us. And regardless of what we see with the natural eye, being willing to surrender that, knowing that they see something bigger and there is a plan for everything that we go through. And if we could just have that trust and have that faith and continue to hold on, the reason, the season, whatever, it will be revealed or it will be ended. Something will happen if we just have that trust and faith and know that this is not a punishment. This is not something happening to us. This is not any of that. There is divine purpose in everything that we go through and everything that our loved ones go through. And if we can just again, just hold on to his promises, hold on to his words. He got a whole book, y'all, of all of his promises. And just know, again, like, just know that he has us. And even to the thing that I always go to is the footprints in the sand. And it is him holding us and walking through the sand, and that is how we are getting through. So just never ever forget that there is something bigger and greater, that when you are navigating that storm, he will swoop you right on up and he will have you, as long as you trust and you have that faith and you're able to have gratitude for even the littlest things, and not just a mental gratitude, but to allow it to fester and to build within your being, and literally feel that gratitude for all the blessings, because there's people who are praying for the life that you're living. So just
Mhm.
hold on. And so that's it, SS. Please have our prompt.
And also add positivity with mindset, because that keeps you on that path. So
Absolutely.
and this journaling prompt is pretty easy, y'all. Make time as we end August before September 1st to write down what you are grateful for in this season. The little things to the big things. What are you grateful for? And also create a mantra to help you navigate, to maintain that state of gratitude, so that you can prepare for that harvest season, as my sis said.
All right, all right. It's already all right. So listen, y'all, for all of our music lovers out there, Yolanda Adams, Already All Right. Put it in the Spotify, Apple's, iTunes, whatever music platform, Pandora. I don't know if that's still a thing, but whatever little music platform, YouTube. It is a hype song, y'all. When you
Why
are
am I like this in my head?
right, hey,
I'm
it is such a vibe.
ready. All right.
Okay, now. So, yes, please check it out. SS already dropped the journaling prompt, and yeah, until September, y'all.
Be well.
Yes, and do
And
what
remember, have the
SS.
audacity to be the first, to put you first in all ways, in all ways. And remember, as my sis says, it's not happening to you, it is happening for you.
Bye bye.